Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Hub, the platform committed to bringing you the most accurate and forward-looking analysis on Iraq's evolving financial landscape. Have you ever taken a quiet moment early in the day to truly picture what a shift in monetary power might mean for your personal finances? It's a fascinating mental exercise to imagine a situation where a currency that has endured decades of conflict, sanctions, and undervaluation suddenly rises to reclaim a powerful position on the world economic stage. We are, of course, talking about the Iraqi dinar along the focus of scrutiny, debate, and speculation, potentially emerging as a contender among globally recognized fiat currencies once again. Today we dive deep into unfolding developments surrounding a possible revaluation, the realistic mechanics of what an exchange process could look like, and the major structural reforms taking place within Iraq's financial institutions. Right now, one question echoes across every platform and community thread. Will there be strict limits on how much you can exchange if a revaluation actually occurs? It's a legitimate concern and cuts to the core of how a monetary shift of this magnitude would need to operate in practice. Financial analysts and regional observers suggest that while banks may technically allow holders to exchange the full value of their currency, the process will almost certainly operate under tight regulations. It appears increasingly likely that financial institutions will impose caps on the immediate amount of physical cash that can be withdrawn each day. This distinction between your total converted value and the amount of liquid cash you can instantly access is a standard protective measure used worldwide during periods of economic transition. Such constraints are not designed to hold back the public, but rather to protect the banking sector from sudden liquidity shocks. The shift from a suppressed currency value to one fully aligned with global markets must be managed with precision. It cannot be a chaotic scenario where banks are drained of reserves overnight. The Central Bank of Iraq understands this fragile equilibrium well. Its mission is not simply to change numbers on an official chart at S2 stabilize an economy that has endured extraordinary pressure for decades. Placing limits on daily cash withdrawals provides the necessary buffer for the financial system to absorb the new valuation without spiraling into crisis. This balancing act leads us directly into the sweeping digital transformation now accelerating across Baghdad and the country's surrounding regions. A rapidly intensifying discussion focuses on the Central Bank of Iraq's comprehensive strategy to modernize the nation's financial infrastructure, a move many analysts see as the crucial foundation for any future revaluation. The transition toward a digital economy is far more than a matter of convenience. It creates a transparent, accountable, and secure environment where the flow of money can be precisely monitored. The central bank has made it clear that the dominance of physical cash is gradually fading, replaced by a digital ecosystem where electronic transactions take priority. This shift is essential for integrating Iraq into the global financial system, where digital compliance and traceability are baseline requirements for international trade, partnerships, and investment. One of the most significant developments in this modernization effort is the announcement concerning the long-standing dollar auction platform. For years, this system served as the main mechanism for distributing U.S. dollars inside Iraq and has often been criticized for inefficiency and vulnerability to exploitation. Officials have now confirmed that the auction platform is expected to be discontinued by the end of this year. This shift represents a monumental turning point because it signals that Iraq is actively dismantling its dependency on emergency-style currency tools. Ending the dollar auction marks a decisive step toward renewed monetary independence, where the dinar must stand on its own without an artificial safety mechanism, propping it up through daily dollar sales. These digital reforms and tightened currency regulations are ultimately aimed at eliminating the parallel market commonly known as the black market. For far too long, this unregulated sector has distorted the exchange rate by creating a gap between the official government rate and the price citizens pay on the street. This disparity has been one of the most significant barriers preventing the dinar from discovering its true stable market value. By cutting off the channels that fuel the black market, Iraq aims to unify the exchange rate. When the official and market rates converge, the artificial distortions dissolve, allowing the financial system to regain equilibrium. This unified rate is one of the core prerequisites for any genuine revaluation to take place. Let us pause and consider what these high-level financial reforms mean for everyday Iraqis living in cities like Basra, Mosul, or Baghdad. For years, the average citizen has endured an economy driven by instability, where unpredictable price changes and fluctuating exchange rates made future planning nearly impossible. Access to foreign currency has been limited, and reliance on physical cash has made even basic transactions slow, unsafe, and inefficient. The government's current path aims to break this cycle once and for all. The vision is to build a financial system that supports all citizens, not only business elites or foreign operators, by protecting personal savings and wages from the volatility of the shadow market. This rewriting of Iraq's economic trajectory is fueled by a surge of digital advancements and banking reforms that are changing the consumer experience in real time. Imagine an Iraq where citizens can settle bills, transfer funds, or manage savings entirely through secure mobile applications without standing in long lines at outdated bank branches. This shift represents a leap forward, bypassing decades of outdated systems and moving straight into modern financial technology. This convenience is more than a luxury, it is a vital engine for economic empowerment, improving the flow of money and increasing economic activity across the country. Yet, it's important to recognize that this transformation did not occur overnight, nor was the journey a simple one. The Iraqi banking sector has historically struggled with deeply rooted issues, from obsolete technological systems and a scarcity of trained personnel to an even greater challenge, a widespread lack of trust among the population. Many Iraqis preferred to keep their savings hidden at home rather than depositing their money into banks they viewed as unreliable or insecure. However, over the past year, under a reform-focused central bank leadership, we've witnessed a measurable shift. Major initiatives are underway to modernize the technological foundation of Iraq's banks, including the rollout of robust mobile banking systems, intuitive financial apps, and widespread point-of-sale networks. These upgrades are transforming Iraq's financial environment right before our eyes. While these changes might seem ordinary to countries with established digital ecosystems, in Iraq, they are nothing short of groundbreaking. These tools are rebuilding public confidence, piece by piece. With secure digital records and real-time transaction tracking, citizens now experience a level of transparency and security previously unavailable. Trust, without exaggeration, is the true currency driving this transformation. No matter what official exchange rate is published, a revaluation cannot succeed unless both the public and international financial partners trust the nation issuing the currency. Digital transparency is therefore not optional, it is a strategic cornerstone. Every digital transaction creates a verifiable trail, reducing opportunities for corruption, illicit finance, and rate manipulation. The central bank's strategy is to make every dinar accountable and traceable. This crackdown on financial misconduct sends a powerful message to the world. Iraq is ready to conduct legitimate, internationally compliant business. When investors see that Iraq has implemented clear financial controls and transparent systems, perceived risk immediately begins to fall. This is the point at which foreign capital can flow into the country, powering infrastructure projects, real estate development, industrial expansion, and entrepreneurship. This influx of outside investment is one of the most critical conditions needed for any currency revaluation to hold its ground. A currency does not strengthen through policy alone, it strengthens through demand, fueled by a thriving investment-attracting economy. These reforms are essentially preparing the environment for the dinar to rise on the global stage. This brings us to one of the most anticipated topics, the potential liberation of the Iraqi dinar from its current restrictions, a process often described as a float, reinstatement, or adjustment in real value. For many years, the dinar has been tightly controlled due to sanctions, structural weaknesses, and economic instability. Now, however, the central bank is signaling readiness to step toward full monetary independence. Analysts interpret the end of the dollar auction and the progress in digital consolidation as key indicators that the groundwork for a rate shift is nearing completion. This is not merely wishful thinking spread through online speculation. It is grounded in observable economic movements pointing toward a nation preparing for the next phase of its financial evolution. A revaluation would significantly impact the lives of everyday Iraqis.